see this side. How about this side here? Pull it in a little bit so we can see. Okay, gang. We're going to get started. Shout out to Diane. Diane is the one that emailed me with this suggestion of doing a live healing session for Miss Ann Smith, one of our YouTube family members who suffered a stroke that has really affected her left side. And so we're going to start this evening with doing a Reiki session for her. And I'll kind of explain what we're doing a little bit here because I know some of you are not really familiar with Reiki. So I'll give you an opportunity to learn a bit too. But yeah, this particular session is going out to Ann Smith. And we're going to light that candle for her. And start with, I love using my crystals, which I all have here tonight. And we're going to start with that white crystal of opening her crown chakra. Now the crown chakra is located at the head. And what you do is you place your hands or use your visualization of placing your hands on her head to open that crown chakra to let the healing energy into her body. Okay? Now, I want to remind you too that Ann is also a Reiki master. So I've surrounded everything here with crystals for her. And though we cannot control Reiki, it goes into the body for the greater good. I'm sure they know that the left side is what has been affected the most by her. And do we put a little concentration there on that left side? Absolutely. I've got some of my Reiki wands that come from Japan that we'll use there as well. Okay, so moving on with Miss Ann, we have her purple eye chakra. Okay, we're using the amethyst there. And of course, this runs from the top of her head down to about midway of her nose. This is centering her eye chakra so that you can see clearly. Haven't had any reports, but sometimes I know the strokes can affect your vision. So we definitely want to pull her eyes back into center with both that left and the right eye. Now, moving on down towards the mouth and the base of the neck, that chakra is blue. Okay, this is the throat chakra. Look out, doctors. Look out, family. We're going to open that. This is her speech. This is going to allow her to speak what needs to be said. I should have my daughter in here to read this for me. The comments, because I can't read them as they pop up. But this will allow her to speak. Open that throat chakra. Balance it. We're balancing out those chakras so that they're the same color, that the colors are flowing well together, as well as that they're balanced from left to right. Okay? Coming up into the heart chakra, the heart chakra can be pink or green. Okay? I'm going to use some pink as a pink quartz here. The rose quartz. For that heart chakra, the one thing I do pick up on Ann is that left is a little bit off, so we're definitely going to widen that and get that straightened up with the right side. This is also spreading across to her arms as well, so that might be why it's a little off, even though she's gained some use of that left arm. I think we're going to really spend a little time here, if y'all guys could, to make sure that that pink chakra on the left side is balancing out with the right. Okay, then we move on to, they call it the solar plexus, okay? The color here is yellow. And what we're doing there is this is located kind of between your navel and the end of your sternum. This is going to be where I find Anne's balance. Okay, that balance is needed. The balance is needed for setting up. That balance is needed for standing, particularly on a stroke victim on that left side. So we really put some things there to that. Now I'm going to go through here because where I'm seeing is here is this with this heart chakra and that solar plexus. Okay. The same way with coming up, looking at the sacral and the root. We'll save the root for my large one. Okay. Now, moving on to Anne's sacral chakra, which is her lower abdomen. Okay. Lower abdomen. This is coming in as an orange color. A nice piece of amber there. And like I said, I've got another one of my, these are what I call my charger ones. These are my Reiki ones, and they are out of Japan. Okay. And coming in on that last one, and I'm not going to say that one is more important than the other, but it is a very important one, is the base chakra, okay? And that's from the base of your spine all the way down. Another thing I want y'all to know is that each one of these chakras runs all the way through to the body. It's not just the front of the body, okay? Like I said with this heart chakra, okay? That heart chakra here, this pink one, okay? That's covering her heart and her chest all the way through to her back, but it's also covering her extended limbs of her arms as well. The same way this base one, the root of the spine going down, okay? This is covering, this is my large one here. This is covering her legs, okay? This is the balance, bringing it in. Yes, there is some off-centeredness in the left chakra. The good news is I've been working on this for days. This does not seem as severe as what it once did. This one honestly seems to be a little worse on the arms than it is on the side here. Okay. Matter of fact, I'm going to move this to the left side to point to the left side. And this is going out for Anne to bring into balance everything that we have here. Now, we use one of my favorite pendulums here, okay? And what we're going to do is this is part of what they call cleaning your aurora, which is those colors that are given off. Jessica, do you have time to come in here? So with this root chakra, where it goes all the way down, like I said, this is your longest one. This is from your waistline. This is the end of your spine going down into your feet. Now, if someone was here with me personally, can you come around and read my comments? Because I can't see them from here. This is where I would take and place my hands at the end of someone's feet and push what is not meant to be in that body out, straight up through the top of her head, out that crown chakra. If it's not supposed to be there, bring it to front, push it out. Okay? So this is where we feel confident that we have aligned everything to the best of our abilities. We've got some emphasis going on this left part here, which is, like I said, that sacral, that solar plexus. All like this is centering her, grounding her balance. The legs have come in a lot balanced, better than what the arms have right now. But that's where you want to. I'm not sure. Alexa, we're not talking to you, but we appreciate your 2 cents. So, I don't know that. With this, we're going to do, I have one of my favorite pendulums. And what I do is after we've pushed everything, all the ick, all the bad. And remember, Reiki is coming into her body for nothing but the greater good. So we're going to push all that out to the crown chakra. This is what we call sweeping the aurora. And what you're doing is you're going to go over these chakras now that they're centered, now that they're aligned. And this is just kind of sweeping the ick away. What I like to refer to as clearing the debris. Okay? Ooh, look at there. It's going to go crazy at her head chakra. So yeah, things moving really well. Just sweeping away the debris. Sweeping away the debris. Let the healing take place. Let it commence. Can y'all see? I'm not swinging this. This is doing it on its own. It's kind of like we're shifting energy from our last reading on our weekly check-in. You can see things are shifting here. There's that heart chakra. So yeah, looking good. So yeah, I'm very confident in our little Reiki session here from Miss Ann Smith. We're going to move on now. And what we're doing now is kind of the same thing, but this is a general going out to everyone in our YouTube family that needs a healing, a physical, or emotional. How do you become a member of the family? It's someone who is subscribed to this channel. It doesn't mean you have to be here live with us tonight. It does mean that you will rewatch the replay. And like I said, I want to give props to Diane for recommending this. A little out of my comfort zone that we do this live. But it's like she said, if we're seeing positive results, we're seeing strength in numbers, can we strengthen that even further when we're doing this together? So let's start. This is our family, okay? Same way, crown chakra. There is the white. Opening the crown chakra.
Anything, Jackie, take care, and thank you, Diane, also.
Is that Barnaby?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, and then we're going to move on to the third eye.
Yes, Jackie, for our family, Sharon Margaret.
Yes, ma'am. Third eye. This is the opening, the awakening, being able to see things clearly. Any vision problems being adjusted. Okay. Look out, guys. Here's that throat chakra. Warn your family, friends, and co-workers. Your throat chakra is being adjusted. Things that you have held in may now be coming out. Things that need to be said. Things that, you wish you said before. Now, while we're adjusting that throat chakra to balance it out, you could be blurting out things left and right. Moving on to that heart chakra. Now remember, this is where we get into the limbs, okay? This is the limbs of arms. This and all of this is penetrating. This is going all the way through to you, okay? So anyone with upper back problems, lung problems, respiratory, this is going in through your heart chakra. Balancing that, bringing it to the forefront. Coming in on that solar plexus. Move this on the left side for Miss Ann. On the solar plexus. This is between your navel and your sternum. There again, this is all the way through. This is a lot of your digestive tract.
Things are kind-hearted, Jackie. Sharon Margaret.
Yep. And from the solar plexus, we're going on to your sacral, which is your lower abdomen. Lower abdomen all the way through. Okay? Intestines are in your lower abdomen, your lower stomach.
Diane, thanks for letting us know body parts associated with each chakra.
Yeah, body parts with this one, for our women, it's our uterus and ovaries and all that fun stuff, okay? And then, of course, we come up on that base, which is red. And that base, remember, that's the end of your spine. That's your waistline down, your limbs. This is your legs. This is your feet right here. Bringing it all in line. I know both men and women have problems in regards to your hips being out of line, things like that. We're going to line this up. We're going to bring it in. Okay? Same way, bottom of those feet, pushing it out. Anything that is not there, that is not centered, that does not belong in the body, being pushed out through the top. Going back up to that crown chakra. Pushing it out. Okay? And then we come over here now. Guys, this is one of those psychic scams I preach about when somebody wants to clean your aurora. This is it. Sweep the debris. Want all the debris gone. It's kind of like, when you've made a mess in the kitchen, you got to take the time to sweep that floor.
Kim said this is now. Yes.
Yes. This is sweeping the debris. Oh, the candle is dancing there, Jessica.
Oh, cool. Thank you. Love it.
Wonderful. This is going out to all my YouTube family, the ones present, the ones that are not, my future ones that will join us. And we're going to do something like this again. And if y'all have something that's just out of the norm, out of the comfort zone, by all means. I mean, I've never done this before live. This was Diane's suggestion. I love the fact that we're doing this. Y'all let me know. So now, keeping up with those 7 chakras, we have 7 purple candles. And what's the purple for? Do y'all know? Your third eye.
Thank you, Jackie. You're such a blessing. Thank you, Jackie. I had sore legs. Much appreciated.
And it's not only just the
I
third
have
eye.
a lot of debris.
It's not only the third eye, ladies and gentlemen. That happens to be my favorite color. But now we're going to light a candle for the prayers. Okay? And these are for the ones that need prayer, including the ones that we did the Reiki on. Let's move that center candle back over here. These are the prayers for people that need it. Now remember what I said. Conclude yourself. If you've got a prayer of praise, take the time to give that. Okay? Little things can make all the difference in the world. There is power in prayer. There is strength in prayer. Y'all look at me. You look at what happened. Granted, I've still got a ways to go, but we have things that medically really can't be explained.
Debbie, yes, please need prayers to heal myself.
Absolutely. Whether it's physical or emotional, get into the practice of praying every day. And really think about that. Because not only did I get in the practice of praying every day, I kind of put it on the back burner of making the note of, I'll pray about this tonight. I'll pray about this tonight. My latest and greatest has been to pray about something. Just stop what I'm doing and pray about it right then when it enters. Why am I waiting until tonight? Just stop right within what you're doing. Take a moment and just pray. Now, what some of you don't know about me, I am very active in my church and with prayer group. And one of the Bible studies that we do, and I do them quite often, okay, we had cards, and this is the entire book of the Second Timothy. Now, there was a couple that kind of jumped out at me when we were talking about doing this tonight. So, I'm going to give them to you now. It says, this is 2 Timothy 1, 6 through 7. Therefore, I remind you to keep ablaze the gift of God that is in you through the laying on of my hands. For God has not given us a spirit of fearfulness, but one of power, love, and sound judgment. People, that's you. Okay? Another one I had chose for this evening. Upside down. Timothy 1, 11 through 12. For this gospel I was appointed a herald, apostle, and teacher, and that is why I suffer these things. But I am not ashamed, because I know the one I have believed in, and I am persuaded that he is able to guard what has been entrusted to me until that day. I think those words entrusted are huge. Matter of fact, the name of this Bible study was Entrusted by Beth Moore through Lifeway. Highly recommend. I didn't like it at first, but I did go back and pick it up. And it's really well. And I think I want you to remember is that you are entrusted. You're entrusted to pray for others as well as yourself. We have Timothy 2, 1, 2. You therefore, my son, be strong in the grace that is in Jesus Christ, and what you have heard from me in the presence of many witnesses. Commit to faithful men, and who will be able to teach others also. Okay, and that's all about one thing that they do as Christians. Spread the word. Healings can happen.
Just found out you were on, been watching Amazement.
You know, healings happen. They happen every day, and miracles happen every day. Okay? This is 2 Timothy 3, 16, 17. All scripture is inspired by God and is profitable for teaching, for rebuking, for correcting, for training in righteousness, so that the man of God may be complete, equipped for every good work. And this is one that I want you to remember. One earlier aspect is sometimes we are redirected. That's that whole, bad things happen to good people. We don't know why. And I know whether it was retro or whether we're being redirected to a better time, that this group was hit hard in many ways. And this is 2 Timothy 4, 7. It says, I have fought the good fight. I have finished the race. I have kept the faith. Keep the faith that you're being redirected. Okay? There are two things that I'm sure of. One, when you're being redirected, you're being led to something better. Okay? And why would God take you through the storm? Because your enemies can't swim. Okay? The other thing I know is that there is no such thing as an unanswered prayer. And what you pray for is going to be heard, and it will be delivered. And I'll tell you one thing. It's going to be more than what you asked for. So remember that. I did not hand out a weekly challenge to you guys, but I am. And that weekly challenge is to spread the gospel and to pray for someone and to pray for healing or to pray for their well-being, or just stop and talk to someone about prayer. Okay? There is strength in numbers, and it does work. Now, I want to go over some of the names that we're looking at tonight. If I find my list, I know I bought it in here. Maybe I didn't. Hold on.
What's it on?
Piece of paper.
There's, oh.
Now, if I did not call your name out, do not feel that you're not included. This is a blanket in prayer to include everyone. Okay, Jamie, Blue Eyes on here. As I told you, she's lost her grandmother. Her mother collapsed at the funeral, is in ICU. Christy, my friend, had 2 aneurysms operated on yesterday. Kim Lovejoy, up for a body scan, surgeries to come. My friend Sherlyn Holly, who have lost the daughter and granddaughter to crib death. Debbie Smith for healing for herself, as well as her husband who's had surgery and her mother who had a stroke at the same time. Tina Brown, who's lost loved ones in a car accident, as well as others. Nikki B for the pain of her rheumatoid arthritis and affecting her back. Dutch for the grandparents of her children. She spoke to us about that tonight. And I don't know if I'm forgetting anyone. Sharon, we've uplifted her in prayer through the loss of her mother, and she's doing a wonderful job healing. All I know is that the power of prayer really helps, and it does work. And if I haven't mentioned you, don't think that we don't think about you. And like I said, just remember, get into the habit of not praying every day. The best habit I formed was not only just praying every day, it's stopping what you're doing and take a moment to pray for that person right then and there. Okay? It's pretty powerful stuff. But yeah, other than that, I think we're going to end this tonight. Thank you guys for joining me. Thank you, Diane, for pushing me out of my comfort zone, doing something that I think would really help a tremendous amount of people, and some things that, might be controversial to others and things I don't mind sharing. It's, if I offended you, oh well, change the channel, just like a television. But otherwise, if you have any other suggestions that you'd like to see more of this, is this something we should schedule to do together every few weeks? Don't forget in those prayers to include yourself, whether you need healing of emotions or physical, or whether you have a praise report. Okay, guys? So until next Wednesday, enjoy your relief from Mercury Retro. No Friday the 13th ick unless you're a Jason fan. And I'll see you guys.
Wait, is that this Friday?
Uh-huh.
Yes. All these people that think you're a blessing need to come live with you.
Oh my heavens. Well, y'all better pray for my daughter too. I just want to put that out there. All right, guys. Y'all have a great evening. I will see you next Wednesday. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for the prayers. Thank you for helping taking care of everyone, including Miss Ann Smith. And I will see you all soon. Bye. Say bye.
Bye, y'all.
And hit the X.